Hello everyone. Let's try to solve another problem using flowcharts. Okay, so we have here a problem that states create a flowchart that takes in a 3-digit positive integer and display the sum of the digits of that number. So before we proceed, we have to first recall the operators that we will be using in this flowchart. So we have the addition operator, we have the subtraction operator, which gives us the difference. We have the multiplication operator, which gives us the product. The division operator, which gives us the quotient. And we have the modulo operator that gives us the remainder of the division operation. So, which means that for the modulo operator, if we are going to have 5 modulo of 2, it will give us a result of 1. And why is that? Again, the modulo operator gives us the remainder of the operation, of the division operation. So which means if we are going to divide 5 by 2, that would give us 2. Multiply by 2, that would give us 4. And the remainder is 1. That's the reason why 5 modulo of 2 will give us a result of 1. So what if we have 9 modulo of 3? What would that mean? What would be the result? So if we are going to divide 9 by 3, that would give us 3. Multiply by 3, that would give us 9. And the remainder is 0. So that means that 9 modulo of 3 is equal to 0. Okay? So let's now try to solve this problem. So what is asked of this problem is the sum of the digits of the given number. So which means that if the user would input 3, 2, 5, this would give us a value of 10. Why? Because 3 plus 2 plus 5 is equal 10. So this is the expected result if the user would input the value 3 to 5. So let's now try to use or develop the flowchart. So of course, we would start with the terminal symbol. We have start. Then we have, of course, we have to tell the user to input a 3-digit integer. So we say display, enter a 3-digit integer or number. Okay. Then after instructing the user to enter this value, we are going to have an input statement that would accept the value that the user will enter. So let's say we have variable num. Take note that num will hold a 3-digit integer. Now, after getting the number, we are to extract the last digit first. So say for example, if the number that the user would enter is 394. Okay, so what we're going to do is to extract first the last digit. And how do we do that? We make use of the modulo operator to get the last digit. And how to do that? So we would say last digit is equal to num modulo of 10. Why is it that this is the operation that we are going to use? It's because when we have 394 divided by 10, that would give us 39. And multiply it by 10, we are going to get 390. The remainder here is 4. And with that, we already have extracted the last digit. Okay, so the next operation would be to get the second digit. So how do we get the second digit? So we say second digit is equal to num modulo of 100, okay, minus the value of LD, okay, divided by 10. So why is it that we have this kind of operation? So to explain this, we have to first do this mathematical operation, num modulo of 100. So we say that num is 394. If we would divide 394 by 100, that would give us what? You have 3, 300, and the remainder is 94. So for this here, that would give us 94. And subtract the value of LD, which is 4, that would give us a result of 90. And after subtracting, we divide it by the value 10, and that would give us 9. And SD will now have a value of 9. So we have extracted the second number. Next is to extract the first digit. And how do we do that? So we would just say first digit is equal to num minus num modulo of 100 divided by 100. Do you understand this operation here? Okay. So let's have this operation first. Take note. M does. The modulo operator is of the same level as multiplication and division. So we perform the modulo operation that is inside the parentheses first. So we have num, which is 394, modulo of 100, that means we divide it by 100, we are going to get 300 or 3 times 100, that's 394. Okay, the remainder is 94. So when we subtract 394 by 94, that would give us 300. Okay, and when we divide 300 by 100, that would give us a value of 3. Okay, so now we have extracted 3, 9, and 4. So we are now ready to compute the sum. And we say sum is equals to FD plus SD plus LD. And we are now ready to display. So we say print or display. The sum is, you have variable sum. Then we close. Then we stop. And that ends the flowchart. Okay, so let's try to have an example here. Okay, say for example, enter a 3-digit integer. Now we input 355. That is our input. So again, last digit, we have num modulo of 10. So that's 355 divided by 10. We have 35. That's 350. First remainder is 5. So we extract 5 and store it to variable LD. Then you have SD, which is num modulo of 100. And what is that? Num modulo of 100, that is 355 divided by 100. That will give us what? That would give us 3. Multiply it by 100, that will give us 300. Subtract, the remainder is 55. And when we subtract the value of LD, which is 5, to 55, we are going to get 50. Divide it by 10, SD will get a value of 5. Okay, so we have 5 for LD, we have 5 for SD. And now we compute the value of FD. What is FD? That is num modulo of 100. And what is that? Again, num modulo of 100 is 55, as we have computed here. Subtract it from 355, which is the value of num. We are going to get 300. Divided by 100, we are going to get 3 for FD. And when we sum up, when we add the value FD, SD, and LD, that is 3, 5, and 5, sum will have a value of 13. And we are going to print the sum is the value of sum, which is 13. And that ends our flowchart for today. Thank you for listening.